guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, so it's Return to Collecting Top 50 of all time. This week we're doing number 14, one of the best players of all time, probably the most collected player of all time, and generally one of the coolest players of all time. So that being said, let's jump in to number 14. All right, guys, so number 14 on the list is Mickey Mantle. So I've got a couple pieces here. Here's his 56 tops. The PSA 6 is one of my favorite looking, if not my favorite looking, Mickey Mantle card. Got the 54 Bowman, also a great image of the Mick. This one's in an SGC 5. And then I've got my Topps Giant that I got from my buddy Theo. Thanks again for that, Theo. And then this record, actually, that my wife bought me. I thought this was pretty cool. You could see the record ring around there, but the Mickey Mantle record. There's the back. It's got all of his stats on it. And then we've got the autograph ball. Mickey Charles Mantle was born on October 20th, 1931 in Spavinaw, Oklahoma. His father, Mutt, worked in lead and zinc mines and also played semi-pro baseball. He knew that his eldest son was going to play baseball before he was even born. His father named him after Mickey Cochran. When Mickey was young, his father taught him to hit both righty and lefty. What Mutt created was the greatest switch hitter of all time. Mantle played baseball, basketball, and football at Commerce High School. He was offered a football scholarship to the University of Oklahoma. His father pushed him to pursue baseball, so he turned down the scholarship. He started playing semi-pro ball in 1948. He played for the Baxter Springs Whiz Kids. It's a sweet team name. When the Yankee scout came to a game to watch Willard Johnson play third base, the scout ended up seeing Mantle hit 3 home runs in one game. Upon Mantle's high school graduation, he was signed by the Yankees. By 1950, Mantle, who played shortstop at the time, had proven himself as a hitter, batting .383 with 26 home runs and 136 RBIs. He was brought up to the bigs in 1951. The Yanks made it to the series that year. In Game 2, Willie Mays hit a shot to right center field. Mantle, who was playing right field, sprinted to catch the ball. At the last second, center fielder Joe DiMaggio called the ball. Mantle jumped out of the way, caught his spikes on an exposed drain pipe, great field maintenance, by the way, back then, and tore his ACL. The injury haunted him for the rest of his career. At the end of the 1951 season, Joe D retired and the Mick took over in center field. He went on to become one of the most loved players in baseball, as well as one of the best and most collected. Mantle's awards include 3-time MVP, 20-time All-Star, he won the Gold Glove, Major League Player of the Year, he was a 7-time World Series champ, and he won the Triple Crown in 1956 with a .353 batting average, 52 home runs, 130 RBIs, one of the best hitting seasons in baseball history. He led the league in runs scored 5 times, triples once, home runs 4 times, RBIs once, walks 5 times, batting average once, on-base percentage 3 times, slugging percentage 4 times, OPS 6 times, and OPS plus 8 times. For his career, he had 1,676 runs scored, 30th all-time, 344 doubles, 73 triples, 536 home runs, putting him 18th all-time, 1,509 RBIs, 153 stolen bases, 298 batting average, a 977 OPS, 12th all-time in Major League Baseball, and a 173 OPS plus, putting him 7th all-time in Major League Baseball. He had 7 World Series rings. He went to the World Series 12 times in 18 years. Unfortunately, his best World Series performance was one of the years the Yankees lost, this time to the Pirates. He scored 8 runs on 10 hits with 3 home runs, 8 walks, and batted .400. He also had a 1.345 OPS. For his career in the series, he played 65 games, had 42 runs scored, most all-time, 59 hits, second all-time, 18 home runs, most all-time, 43 walks, most all-time, a .535 slugging percentage. It's the highest all-time with more than 150 plate appearances, and a .908 OPS. Mantle retired on June 8, 1969. His number 7 was retired by the Yankees that day. In the 1973 Old Timers game at Yankee Stadium, Mantle's friend and teammate Whitey Ford pitched him and he hit a 402-foot home run, his last at Yankee Stadium. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1974 alongside his buddy Whitey Ford. Mantle struggled financially after retirement. Though he was one of the highest paid players, he made bad business decisions. Ironically, when the memorabilia market took off in the 1980s, Mantle made a killing. He was the star signer at all the major card shows. As a side, he would always insist that the promoter would include one of his lesser-known teammates at the event to help them earn some money. Mantle had great success with his New York City restaurant, Mickey Mantle's Restaurant and Sports Bar, which opened in 1988. Mantle struggled with alcoholism for most of his life. A psychiatrist who spoke with him later in his career concluded that his alcoholism stemmed from PTSD that he got from being abused as a child by his older sister and her friends. Mantle died on August 13, 1995 at the age of 63 from liver cancer caused by his lifetime of alcoholism. Mantle's funeral was attended by 1,500 people, including most of his teammates. His teammate Bobby Richardson led the service, and the pallbearers were teammates Yogi Berra, Whitey Ford, Moose Skowron, Hank Bauer, and Bobby Mercer. Some quotes by the Mick. After I hit a home run, I had a habit of rounding the bases with my head down. I figured the pitcher already felt bad enough without me showing him up rounding the bases. Much classier than today. A team is where a boy can prove his courage on his own. A gang is where a coward goes to hide. He was always trying to help the kids. Hitting the ball was easy. Running around the bases was the tough part. If I played my career hitting singles like Pete Rose, I'd wear a dress. If I knew I'd live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. Someone once asked me if I ever went up to the plate to hit a home run. I said, sure, every time. It was all I lived for, to play baseball. And we'll close it out with some quotes about the Mick. He can run, steal bases, hit for average, hit with power like I've never seen. Just don't put him at shortstop. Harry Kraft. If the guy were healthy, he'd hit 80 home runs. Carl Yastrzemski. Mickey Mantle had more ability than any player I ever had on that club. Casey Stengel. No man in the history of baseball had as much power as Mickey Mantle. No man. You're not talking about ordinary power. Dave Kingman had power. Willie Mays had power. Then you're talking about Mickey Mantle. It's an altogether different level. Separates the men from the boys. Manager, Billy Martin. That boy is a good one, Ty Cobb. And my favorite, you're going to be a great player someday, kid. Jackie Robinson after the 1952 World Series. All right, guys. Well, I hope you like number 14, Mickey Mantle. Great player, one of the greatest Yankees of all time. Just overall, great guy. If you like the video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, I appreciate your subscription. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.